All right, so this lab is about your safety. This company does supply insurance. They haven't ever had to use it. Part of that's because their kits are very, very good and because they don't use things that are extremely dangerous to you. However, you need to review this safety information and you absolutely have to agree to the contract at the end to make sure that you can continue on in the lab. Otherwise, we have to send it back to you and then you have to agree to it. So we can't keep it. It has to be submitted before you can go on and do any other labs, and we can't let it stay submitted if it doesn't have your agreement to the fact that you're going to be safe. All right, so this is going to start with some test your knowledge sections, and the test your knowledge just don't have any point values attached to them, just so that you know. There will be some multiple choice questions scattered throughout. Those have a small point value attached to them. This exploration section has several parts. You've got your lab safety. And note, you should use the next button. I'm just trying to click through to get through some of these quickly. So I would definitely watch that lab safety video. I think it's really, really important and helpful. This talks through how the box might look, something like that. And also, you're going to expect a big, long list of safety precautions like this. So big, long list, glance through those. Proper lab attire, make sure you're wearing the goggles, make sure you're using gloves, make sure you've got your arms covered, closed-toed shoes, all those things. That's the same way for our lab, hair pulled back, everything. You just want to make sure you're nice and safe. Guidelines for home spaces, this is very helpful. Make sure you read through those. First aid information. So obviously in your home, first aid, eye wash, and safety shower, some of these things have to have substitutes, but they do recommend that you have a first aid kit well stocked, easily accessible in your house. Safety data sheets. This is something you can use on your own to look up what the chemical, like whether a chemical is very safe or not safe. You should pull some up and see what you think. They have a link to the SDS, if you can see it down here. It's in that little section down there on their website for all their chemicals. So that might be very helpful to you if you want to save that page. Some stuff about chemical handling, but you'll notice these are all short sections. They're not long. Potential hazards, preparing for fires and fumes, because you want to be making sure that, you will be using a little burner, and you want to make sure that you're safe with it. That's probably one of the big areas, is either breaking glassware and it hitting you somehow, or just not being really careful with these little burners. And finally, there's always disposal instructions. You should definitely follow the disposal instructions because your home is tied to a water treatment plant, and you just want to make sure that you're getting rid of things in the right way. All right, finally, experimentation section. Again, remember there's an overview, there's materials, and notice under materials there are 4 parts to this one. So I'm going to actually be using the next section, but notice the info. You've got lots of points and comments. Here's a little question. This is how question hints look. They've got that exclamation point. So here's some hints on answering that question. I'm going to go on to the next one. So this is the next experiment. Again, the info section. There's a link to the SDSs, and all you have to do here is just copy and paste the little categories. You can open 2 windows side by side and copy and paste, and that's fine. You're going to be putting something into so this is sodium hypochlorite. You're going to put that into their SDS, and you're just going to fill out this information. Again, you can totally copy and paste. That's fine. Again, more lab info. Make sure you read that section. This is all about questions. Now, here's the deal. This video right here has the answers to these questions in order. It's like a 9-minute video, but it has them in order. So use it as you want, but that's the one to do if you're not sure. And you might be sure, and that's fine if you're sure also. You might have gotten the information earlier in the lab from the exploration section. It's just that video is extra help. And here's where the contract is. And we're just a big deal about this because people will skip past this. So please don't skip past this. And there's also a photo that's needed in this one. And there's a little photo icon to help you notice that you're going to need a photo. You're going to take a thumbs up in front of the contract on the screen. So you're going to put your thumb in front of it and take a picture of that. And we'll open up the tab. This is what the contract looks like. And you see on the right, they agree. So you can either do XX or you can do your initials right there. and then you just tap the other thing to upload your photo thumbs up. There's a little upload button that'll appear on yours. That's most of this lab right here. I'm going to go on to the end, and then finally here's the evaluation, and it's just a review. You can answer, I would answer these as quickly as possible because I have all the points values. They're all set on the experimentation section, not the evaluation section. So you don't have to stress out about the evaluation. That's not true for all the labs. That's just for this one because these are supposed to be quick labs to help you get acclimated to the idea of, doing lab on the internet with a lab kit.